Dollar. Dirty money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another one. Back on the channel with another reaction. Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
No.
Come on.
Welcome back to the channel, man.
Hater.
Hey, I would have hit it if my voice didn't crack a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
It's
that nothing.
It's that thug in me.
Whatever.
Welcome back to the channel, man. If y'all back in or new to the channel, just haven't done so already, go ahead, please tell them what to do.
Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you're always notified when we upload a new video.
Yeah, straight like that. Also, go ahead and check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go, man. Go ahead, go over there to the main channel. That's right, that main channel. Go ahead and show us some love, peace, positivity over there as well. But we back with another one. We already had knew about this one, but somebody was like, hey, y'all gotta check this one out. So I'm gonna shout you out. I think your name is Brandon Coker, if I'm not mistaken.
But I'm
gonna try to have it right here. So if you see it right here, you already know what it is, man. Shout out to you for that suggestion. We was gonna already do it, but since you participated in Reactober, we had to shout you out, bro. But we got My Boss Place, Never Have I Ever. That's right, man. It's Reactober time. We on the grind. Daily uploads, daily reactions. Make sure you have your notification turned on so when Kid and C pull up to the scene, you already know what to do. Pull back with that gangster lean and watch us, you know what I'm saying?
I'm so sorry.
But we got My Boss Place, Never Have I Ever. Again, continue to keep spamming up the comments, letting us know what y'all might want to see next, and we'll check it out. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Have I ever killed someone?
He's so old.
He ain't trying to tell it.
I mean, with you.
Hi everyone, Michael Francis here, former mob guy with the Colombo family back in New York. I was a soldier, capo regime at one point in time.
He said, I was a soldier. Bro, they broke down a lot. Like, I wonder, like, personally, I wonder, does the mob, like, still move like the mob? You get what I'm saying? Like, do they still do that underworld type? You know, like Gotham type. You know, you get. Because we've been watching Gotham. We've been binge watching Gotham, so, you know what I'm saying? I'll just throw it out there.
That life for over 25 years. Made a break back in 1995. I've left that life, and ever since I've been a motivational speaker. I've written a number of books. I've done a number of documentaries. I'm here today to play Never Have I Ever. Not something I would play back in the day. All right, got a bunch of statements in front of me. Questions are going to be asked. I don't know if I've ever been asked these questions before, but we're going to find out. Never have I ever put a horse's head in someone's bed. I have not. But I gotta say, that's one of the greatest scenes ever in The Godfather. It's something that everybody remembers. That I can certainly see my former associates doing it back then, and it was great. It was a great scene. I wish I thought of that, but no, I didn't. I never had to resort to something like that. But I know some other things that were done that were kind of on that level. But we won't get into all of that. Never have I ever had a hit put out on me. I have. You know, unfortunately, when you walk away from that life, you're not allowed to do that. And my former boss, Carmine Persico, was very upset when it became public that I was walking away from that life. And he did put a hit out on me. As far as I know, it's never been rescinded. You know, I don't know if those things ever go away. So you're not allowed to walk away from that life when you take that oath. You know,
it'd be like 15, 20 years down and
something
random. You
like, it could be 5 years from now, just like,
you think you're in the clear. You like,
what the? Like he said, he don't know if the hit's still out there, active or not, because he ain't active. Right. That just, hey, same way with the gang culture. One way out.
Yeah.
Dead in that grave, bro. That's true. The people that really live by that. You know what I'm saying?
The oath of omerta, of silence. You're not allowed to betray. You're not even supposed to admit that there is a mob or that you're a part of it. But yes, I've had a hit put out on me, and you know, by the grace of God, I've been able to overcome that challenge, and here I am. Never have I ever been to prison. I have. I spent 8 years in prison, got a 10-year prison sentence back in 1985. I pled guilty to racketeering. The underlying act was tax fraud. I created a huge scam to defraud the government out of tax on every gallon of gasoline. I had over 350 gas stations, 18 companies that were licensed to collect the tax on every gallon of gasoline. When I finally got caught, my partner testified against me, a number of other people. So I took a plea. 10-year prison sentence, $15 million in restitution, $5 million in forfeitures, went off to do my time. You know, prison is what you make of it. I mean, you're certainly there to be punished. Look, whenever your freedom is taken away, that's punishment, and it's rough. Never have I ever made a bribe. I have. Yeah, you know, back in the day, we had a lot of politicians certainly on our payroll, and we used to pay them. We used to fund a lot of their fundraisers. We would go to them and contribute big dollars in order for them to do our bidding. As a matter of fact, in the gasoline business, I needed to have licenses for my wholesale operation. I had to be licensed in order to collect the tax. Well, I had 18 licenses. They weren't easy to get, but I was bribing public officials in order to get them, and they were only too happy to do my bidding. And as a result of that, I was able to actually defraud the government with help of the government. You know, it helped.
And then you do the time. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, now I do the time for everything because one dude ratted on me. But then you got, you know what I'm saying, what happens to the politicians, everybody? Yeah. They going to be some of the first ones to tell everything. They'll be, oh, no, I ain't going to. Like, come on, bro. Yeah. The rat always rat on somebody else.
Politicians. It was very accessible to us at the time. Never have I ever been an informant. I have not. Now, this is a controversial thing because I want to straighten this out, and I'm glad I had an opportunity to do this. I never put anybody in prison. Nothing I ever told the government ever resulted in anybody going to jail. Have I spoken about my former life? Sure. But the things that I've talked about, just about everybody knows because my former associates have been captured on tape and tape recordings and so on and so forth. I will admit to this, I did play kind of a game with the government. For a time, I made them believe that I might go along with them, but then in the end, I never did. And as a result of that, my parole was violated. I was sent back to prison. So I want to make that clear. Never been an informant, never told anything to the government that put anybody in prison with my former associates. Never have and never will.
So, is that still be considered being a snitch or anything because you told some information?
He said he told information about his lifestyle and his background, and if it may have involved somebody else, he was smart about it. What I'm telling y'all can't use it against nobody. So I'm not sending nobody to prison. I'm not sending nobody to jail. I'm just telling y'all about my life. And y'all can take it with a grain of salt, but
could you also be telling stuff that can eventually down the line, not that you directly snitching or telling on somebody, but you telling how stuff operates that can still lead to somebody else getting locked up because of what you've been told. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Well, but what he told, it didn't get nobody in prison. He the one did his bid, man.
All right.
That's the story. Okay.
Alright.
Never have I ever fired a grenade launcher while shouting, "Say hello to my little friend." I have not. Hello to my little friend. I absolutely love that scene. I
that would have been hard, bro.
Pacino was terrific. I mean, that was a classic movie. He was great in that film. But no, I never had to fire a grenade or anything like that. You know, I did use weapons at that time. Never used a machine gun either. That was back in the 30s and the 40s and the 20s. We didn't do that. We used short-range pistols at the time, so never had to resort to anything. No high artillery like that. Never have I ever killed someone. Oh boy. I'm gonna pull one of these. You know, credit.
That's one of the ones that, because I don't think murder doesn't have a statute of limitations. So he's like, I'm not gonna self-incriminate. I'm not like, even though, you know what I'm saying, because it might be a murder out there that they still possibly looking at him for, but he don't want to even give them an opportunity to come get him.
No comment. I please.
But that's why he said I'm gonna put it like this. He said because then
and he probably had to, but You know, I probably didn't really want. I had to. You never know, like the story, like what it is. It could have been.
But that's the reason why. But still, by him even turning it like that, you still already said I have. But you're not blatantly saying I have, but you let him be known without.
I'm letting you know some stuff went down, but I can't.
In what I do is very important to me, so I never want to lie to anybody, whether it's in private or in public. I will tell you this: that life is a very violent life. If you're part of the life, you're part of the violence. There's no escape. And if anybody tells you differently, they're either not being honest with you or they weren't a made member of that life. And, you know, I will say this, you know, murder in that life was taken very seriously. And I will tell you this about myself, and I'm glad I have the opportunity to say this. I don't judge other people. I don't know their hearts, but I was around a lot of guys that if they had to commit a violent act, it seemed that that was part of them. I'm not going to say they enjoyed it, but they did it with some kind of fervor. And when I did it, when I was involved in anything that might have, you know, had violence to be part of it, I never felt good about it. I want to make this clear. I never glorify my former life. And the reason I don't do that, because I do believe it's an evil life, and I want to be clear on this. I'm not calling the guys evil. I was one of them. I just happen to be very blessed. But I don't know any family of any member of that life that hasn't been totally devastated, including my own. Now, not my wife and kids, you know, fortunately God has preserved them, but my brothers and sisters, mother and father, had a very, very difficult life as a result of my dad's involvement in that life. So any lifestyle that does that to families is obviously an evil life. And I will tell you that I am extremely blessed and very fortunate to be where I am today, to have left that life and be able to talk about it and hopefully be a source of encouragement and hope to people, to make them understand that you can get out of a bad situation in your life. You can turn it around. For me, it's all about my faith, but you know, never give up hope. You know, do the right thing, and there's always a way out.
That was nice.
Yeah, like he told some things, like, and he subliminally told some things.
I mean, he said what he had to say, or
could say without convicting himself.
Exactly.
So I respect it, because like it's still a learning and a teaching moment for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I actually like when we react to these, because we actually learning something from it.
Definitely.
Know? So hey, salute to the moms, man. Just please don't mess with me.
Gosh.
Hey, I ain't did nothing. I don't want to do nothing. Please do not come my way just because I reacted to this. But you know what I'm saying? Let us know how y'all feel about it in the comment section down below. It was some good key things though.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, yo, salute to y'all. Also, go ahead and spam up the comment section. Let us know something you might want to see as well. But if you don't know by now, I do go by the name DJ Nicole. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are, y'all.
Trying to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.